Okay, so as we saw in the intro, today we're going to be playing and testing out the new Juvias Place foundation. I'm so excited. This is their I Am Magic Natural Radiance Foundation. I have mine in the shade 710 Maricao. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. It says to shake well, bottom side up, so we'll go ahead and do that real quick. I'm going to be using just my favorite go-to primers today. I really want to make sure that I am giving these products the best chance of success here. So first we're going to go in with this by e.l.f. It is their Poreless Putty Primer, just the original, nothing too fancy. I like a generous amount because I have a lot of pores that I'm trying to hide here. Then I go in with my Tatcha, the liquid silk canvas. I'll just get 2 pumps on there, make sure we're really thoroughly primed. I like to warm it up in my hands first. I find that these 2 products work beautifully together. I'm sure they work, well, I know that they work fine individually, but I just find that if I'm targeting multiple snafus in one go, that I'm more likely to experience a really nice base. So I like 2 primers. So it does have a pump. I'm going to apply it today using my tried and true DSMD sponge. I did just clean it. It's just stained. Let's just see here. I have a bit on my sponge. And we'll see, whoa, how this goes. It's looking a little bit light. However, I would rather it be too light, honestly, than too dark, because too light I can manipulate better with bronzer. Looks really nice. Just pretend it's the same color. For concealer, I'm going to go in with one of my tried and trues. This is by Armani Beauty, and it is the Luminous Silk Concealer. It's more of a medium coverage. I enjoy this foundation so far. Like, initial application, happy with it. Medium coverage, medium to full coverage. We're also going to be playing with their new powder foundation today. I have mine in the shade 2 Valencia, very light. Now I could test these separately, however, I really enjoy using powder foundations to set my base, so I feel like this would be a great opportunity for that. I'm just going to go in with my little Amazon powder puff, and we're going to start under the eyes. So right off the bat, it is a little bit darker than the foundation, which in this case is great. In this case, that's great. I don't know if you can see it. It's sitting a little funny right there. How odd. Oh wow. I don't know if you can see it. I look like a crustacean. It's really warm in this room, so my face is sweating a little bit. So it's like immediately darkening. I look ridiculous. Please hold. Okay, now that I'm no longer looking quite so much like Mr. Krabs, assess. It looks beautiful. I mean, I'm still like slightly paranoid down here about like how this is gonna wear if I'm sweating at all, because that was wild. It like immediately oxidized and I looked ridiculous. So, but like, let's just put that aside for right now. And I really like the base. It's really smooth. It's really nice. Yeah, I'm content with this. I'm almost kind of wishing though that I had tried the foundation separate from the powder, only because I'm I don't know which thing did that. I'm assuming it's the powder. I've never had a powder do that before, where if I was sweating in a certain area, like specifically for me, I sweat right here on my top lip. So we will go ahead and apply the rest of our products, and I'll be right back to let you know how they applied. So this is how everything is looking. I did have some snafus when I was putting on my blush. I admittedly, I do use a lot of blush. I'll be perfectly transparent about that. But I found that it was like coming down here in the way that it like almost like melting down here, which again, I've never had happen with any other powder. So again, I think this is one of those foundations I'm going to want to try on its own, simply because I think this powder is kind of like ruining my life. I will say though, like aside from these weirdo snafus, everything looks really pretty. This does not look pretty. Bertha doesn't look pretty, but the base as a whole looks really pretty. I'm not getting luminous out of it. However, I think it might be the powder that's kind of taking away some of that luminosity, but that's okay for me. I have combination skin, so my T-zone gets really oily and the rest of my face is super dry, especially right now. January going on February in New England is not kind to my skin, so I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it right now. I will check back in a couple of hours and we'll see how this is performing. Okay, it has been about 6 hours. I have eaten, drank, and I've been merry. And this is how the face is looking. My texture is pretty emphasized right in here. It's worth noting too, I have not touched up throughout the day. I just kind of wanted to see how it did without the extra support. It did wear off significantly around my mouth, but that's kind of to be expected. Again, I ate, I drank, I was merry with my family. Overall, I'm not mad. I'm a little concerned about how much texture is showing here, along with like my wrinkles up here showing a bit more than with other foundations, but overall, I'm not mad at it. It's one of those that I will definitely try again. I will definitely continue to wear. I'm not like, holy smokes, this is such a horrible foundation. I feel like it's not super overpriced. I feel like it's priced fairly. Yeah, so I'm not mad at this. Let me know down below, have you tried this foundation? What are your thoughts on it? How did it wear on you? How was the shade picking? Because again, I did get that shade that was like significantly too light for me, so that was kind of odd. The powder, I want to try on its own as well. So I think that's kind of where I stand with this foundation, is that I want to try it with a different powder, a tried and true powder, and I think maybe it would wear differently. But overall, I'm not mad. I think if you have oily skin, this probably is not going to be a foundation that you love. Again, I have combination skin and pretty heavy on the oil right through here and then over here. So if you have oily skin, I don't think that this one is going to be for you. If you have dry skin, I think you definitely might prefer this more, certainly than if you have oily skin. And I think if you have combo skin, it's really going to matter what other products you use. So I think, are you setting your face up for success with like base products you use, such as primers, or like what kind of powder are you putting over it? I think those are really going to matter with this type of a foundation. But yeah, that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It would mean a lot to me if you would consider subscribing to my channel down below. As always, please stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.